Welcome to a new episode of Revo All-Stars here from the Revo All-Stars headquarters in the coastal area of Jæren in Norway. For this video I used MAVIC 3, DJI MAVIC 3. Brilliant drone. Fucking love it. As always, please remember English is not my first language. January has been freezing here at Jæren. There's been some Russian cold coming from the east and just leaving this part of Norway completely fucking frozen. Whereabouts more southern eastern parts there's been snow. Not so much snow here, but it's been freezing. The cold and the freeze and the ice gives you a lot of opportunities as a drone pilot when shooting, especially top down, but also normal horizontal shots. And so many new textures, so many new things to look at. So in this flight, the temperature outside was 10 or 12 below Celsius, which is obviously freezing. But the drone is fine in the cold as long as you keep the batteries warm before you go out. Just don't keep your batteries in the car or whatever. Just keep them warm inside, and then it's no worries flying in the cold. So I went looking for, what I always do when I go flying from my garden is I fly to check the waves, as I did today. No surprise, it was terrible. I turned around and did a small round around the area and looked for textures and different things. And what did I got some textures or what? So let's have a look at what I got here. So we have and the overlake was frozen stiff, so it looked like waves. So even though I didn't find waves on my first look, here I actually got some waves. So I drove over, had a look, did some photos, pretty happy with them. You can see how the morning sun comes from the east and lays like a dark kind of warm light upon everything. You can see the motion of the wind working with the ice. And you got some pretty spectacular shots from it. I did some traditional top-down, of course. The funny thing with the drone is if you do a top-down and it's only ice or only water, you can't really tell how far up or far down you are. So you need to bring in another element to tell you how far up we are. Because this could have been 10 meters, could have been 10 centimeters, or it could have been 1,000 meters. So yeah, I've got some pretty fucking decent shots if you ask me. In January, the days here in the southwestern part of Norway is pretty short, so the sun comes up around 9-ish and goes down around 4. So I did the sunrise, and I thought, it was pretty fun. Let's go for the sunset flight as well. So later in the day, I went down to a friend of mine just down the street, and the sun was just brilliant. So I snapped a few shots there as well, did some flying. Look at these classic, just a standard trick for many drone photographers, flying over trees and everything. Yeah, some pretty decent shots, I would say. How about this for a place to live, yeah? Yeah, some pretty nice textures, I would say. Always looking for textures, always looking for textures. There we have it, flying drone in 10 below Celsius. My hands were freezing, my drone did fine. Please subscribe. Please listen to our community podcast if you speak or understand Scandinavian. And peace.